Hello guys, it's Shark man. Welcome back to another reaction video, man. So today we're gonna be doing a reaction video for the top 30 upcoming games announced last year, man. So top 30 games so far that has been already announced for this year or even 2022-23, man. So we're gonna check out the top games, top 30 games announced last year, man. So shout out to Gamer Ranks for creating this video, man. The link will be in the description. Shout out to everybody out there. Let me know what games you're looking forward to, man, the most, man. So yeah, man, let's check this out. Here we go.
Today we're breaking down 30 upcoming games that were announced throughout 2020. Now, there were a lot of new announcements, so there's a lot to get to.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, our rules for this list, it's games announced in 2020.
Yeah.
So if there's a game you might think is missing from this list, like, say, Dying Light 2, Elder Scrolls 6,
those are announced
Vampire
like
the Masquerade
2019,
2,
20.
Deathloop, Back for Blood, Scorn, Atomic Heart, even Halo Infinite, stuff like that, it's because those were announced earlier. These are all the things announced in 2020. So buckle up, and let's get started with number 30, and talk about State of Decay 3. To be honest, there's not much info on it. All we have is this honestly very cool cinematic trailer where zombie deers are confirmed,
that was dope.
I think are terrifying as somebody who has always been just weirdly creeped out by deers. Anyway, crafting arrows at a campfire seems to be a thing. Maybe a bigger emphasis on crafting this time around. That's roughly all we know. We know the same team is working on it. State of Decay 2, over the course of its life, had been updated to become a much stronger game. And honestly, a third outing with a big overhaul could be even more exciting. Next, speaking of exciting, we have Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. This takes place in the Arkham universe, apparently after the events of Batman Arkham Knight. There's an open world metropolis as the game world.
This gonna be dope, yeah. Who's behind this?
Quinn, Captain
Rockstar?
King Shark. It can be played solo,
not Rockstar, Rocksteady.
Player cooperative, and apparently the story centers around Brainiac attacking Metropolis and mind-controlling Superman.
I'm not sure who's behind this game.
Presumably the rest of the Justice League members, so it's up to the Suicide Squad to apparently save the world by kicking Superman and company's ass, which sounds creative, sounds really cool, sounds really ambitious, and we're hoping it pans out. If anyone can do it, Rocksteady probably can.
Oh, it's Rocksteady.
Now over at number 28, since we're talking about Batman, let's talk about Gotham Knights.
Yeah,
now this is
Rocksteady game again. Rocksteady look like they have a bigger studio than ever now, man.
Role-playing game where you can choose from 4 different members of the Bat family. It's Batgirl, it's Robin, Red Hood, and Nightwing, and they each have their own moveset and abilities and gadgets and stuff. This can be played solo or co-op with drop-in, drop-out co-op. So apparently in this story,
yeah, this game,
Batman
so you can play it 4 different characters, so you could
and it's up to the
experience 4 different story modes, so which is gonna be dope.
The Court of Owls are involved. They seem to be the big bad. We did get to see a cool fight against Mr. Freeze that looks over the top. A lot of Arkham-style combat, but, you know, in a little bit of a different universe, maybe they can do different things here. We're cautiously optimistic. This could be really cool, so keep your eyes peeled. Now over at number 27, we have Final Fantasy 16. This is a PlayStation exclusive, seemingly, and it takes place in the world of Valeth.
Yes.
It's filled with mother crystals.
So I believe it's going to be PS5 exclusive for a while.
Very Final Fantasy type stuff. The lead characters are Clive Rossfield, Joshua Rossfield, and Jill Warwick. And the combat looks similar to Final Fantasy 15, but way more action-packed and even more over the top. We're kind of getting some Devil May Cry vibes.
Yeah, definitely.
It's going to be more of an RPG, so we're excited.
And even Demon Souls.
Not a lot is known about this, but I expect a lot more info to come out about this very soon. But for now, we're just looking forward to it. Next at number 26, we have Werewolf, the Apocalypse, Earthblood. Yes, that is the title. Werewolf, the Apocalypse, Earthblood. You play as a werewolf who is fighting an oil company who is destroying the world. You can switch between 3 different forms. There's human form for interacting with the environment and doing stuff. There's wolf form for exploration and sneaking around. And then there's the big old werewolf monster that's good for combat and exploding things and doing stuff.
Yeah, this game seems like it's over the top, man.
It's like stealth or going in loud. It looks really cheesy and maybe even kind of busted in certain ways, but it's got that cool Xbox 360, PS3 era kind of thing. Just that like mid-2000s action game that people really like. It looks like Prototype. It looks like Werewolf Prototype, and you know what? I'm interested. But next at number 25,
Prototype, yeah, that's true, bro.
We have
right.
Hitman 3. This is absolutely more Hitman.
It comes out this month.
Hitman games. If you played the last
I just did a video for
it
too, man, so definitely go check that out.
There is full PSVR support, so you can now know what murder actually really feels like. It's also coming to Nintendo Switch, and that's the first time a Hitman game is on a Nintendo console since Hitman 2 Silent Assassin back in the day. Also, this game has overhauled graphics. The IO Interactive
Switch it up.
Done a massive overhaul. The first thing they really showed off about this game were the new graphical tricks, and they look unbelievable. The game will also retroactively optimize the previous 2 games. All 3 games worth of content will take up about 100 gigabytes, with Hitman 1 and 2 getting a bunch of different upgrades. Like I
oh, worse, they get Hitman 1 and 2 with it too. Damn, that's like a collector edition. That's dope.
I go as far as to say I still think they're a little underrated. So keep your eyes peeled on Hitman 3, man.
Wow, never knew that.
We have Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
That's gonna be big, bro.
The next big PlayStation
thing,
and it looks absolutely incredible.
When it comes out,
announced during
Q1,
the
Q2
5 announcement event, and we got to see the game in action with Ratchet launching between multiple.
This game gonna be dope, man.
Instantaneously, thanks to that PlayStation 4 super fast SSD. The new Rift tether ability just looks straight up awesome. Gameplay wise, though, it does
no
look
load
very
time, none of that.
like maybe if it ain't broken,
go from
don't
dimension
fix
to
it.
dimension,
But
world
this
to
is a
world.
brand new game. This isn't a remake or a reimagining of any other previous game. We have seen some confusion out there. It is apparently going to have a performance and fidelity mode like how Miles Morales and Demon's Souls did. I guess this is just a thing we're going to see with first-party Sony games now. Also, there is a female Lombax, which is pretty cool. Overall, this just looks like a fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be like one of those
cool
Disney
shit.
animated
We're really
movies,
excited.
man.
Next at number 23,
Pixar.
we have Pragmata. This is a brand new IP from Capcom.
Pragmata.
It is some sci-fi as heck stuff. Honestly, we're getting a little bit of Hideo Kojima Death Stranding vibes here. You play as this spaceman who carried this weird canister on their back, which seems to have a bunch of.
I think I've seen a trailer before, but I never really.
Canister that lets them play back what happened on the city
That's
street
dope.
they're walking on. Spawns a girl. Like the second time they shoot a canister that releases a net that catches a space station that's falling out of the sky. There's a lot to unpack here. The
That's
abilities seem
dope.
crazy. We don't know too much more, but it does seem like it's going to be a very trippy and weird and creative game. Now over at number 22, we have Kena, Bridge of Spirits. This is a narrative-driven action RPG where you play as this spirit guide, and you're able to build a little
So
stream of
PS3,
spirits.
PS4,
You acquire
PC.
new abilities for them, as well as new ways to manipulate the environment. It just looks like it has a very cool
Yeah, this game gonna be
art
cool,
style,
man.
maybe with a little bit of Pixar vibes and maybe
Yeah.
some fun puzzles. The combat looks fast-paced and a lot of fun. And if you're just looking for something unique and lighthearted, maybe keep your eye on it. Now, next over at number 21, we have Gran Turismo 7.
Nice.
This is the next-gen
It's gonna be
Gran
tough. It's
Turismo
gonna be
game.
tough.
Career
It's gonna
mode
be tough.
is returning.
It's gonna be
Vehicle
tough.
tuning is returning after being absent from GT Sport.
gonna
Performance
be
points
dope.
make a return.
It's just
GT
gonna be
Auto
huge.
is
This
back.
gonna be dope.
Escape
The
is
graphic
back.
on this gonna be on some
Sport, if you're
different
into
shit.
just general car photography and stuff with the visuals here looking downright jaw-dropping. It's definitely going to take advantage of the PlayStation 5. The Gran Turismo games always do, even if they take a long time to release. Hopefully we really see it this year, because this one could really be something else. Now over at number 20, we don't know too much about it, but we have Project Athia. This is the first game from the new studios, Luminous Productions. This has members of the Final Fantasy 15 development team, so it is very notable. But this is a brand new IP, and it is a PlayStation and PC exclusive. From what we have seen, you seem like a mage sort of character with some sort of environmental or magical abilities. That's all we really know, but we think the potential is high, considering when you think about the people working on the game behind the scenes. There's something possibly really awesome here. Now over at number 19,
awesome.
We have Returnal. This is the new Housemarque game. The people behind Dead Nation, Alien Nation, Resogun.
Yo, PS5 has so much
PlayStation
exclusive,
5
it's just
exclusive.
crazy.
A space
It's
scout
just
stuck
crazy
in
of an
time
exclusive
where
it
she's
has.
endlessly resurrected, and she's stuck on this hostile planet. It's a roguelike, and there's exploration elements. And they've gone on record saying this thing will make use of the DualSense triggers, with every weapon apparently having different fire modes, and the adaptive triggers, and then the amount you squeeze them will help you switch between things. It sounds like it could be pretty creative and cool. We've gone on record saying we really like the DualSense controller, and the combat just looks crazy and intense and insane. A lot like their other games, but this time obviously way more 3D and just on a bigger scale. We're pumped for this one. Now over at number 18, we have the Outlast Trials. This was actually teased in 2019, but it was officially announced in 2020, and it's not a sequel to the other Outlast games. It's actually about test subjects and mysterious experiments during the Cold War, set in the same world as the previous games. That's all we really know. The initial teaser image led a lot of people to speculate that maybe it's like a cooperative experience. Whatever it is, it's probably going to be a scary blast.
Yeah, it's going to be
the
scary.
developers behind the Outlast games do a really good job. So
yeah, I
we're
remember
looking
seeing this
forward to
trailer,
it.
man.
Now, next over at number 17, we have Scarlet Nexus. This is an anime style.
Yeah, I'm not too.
Developed by Bandai Namco. You control one of two characters who are members.
I just gotta see more of this game, bro. I know a lot of people is hyped from this game, but I'm not really hyped for this game, man.
There are different powers you can work on and upgrade through a skill tree, and there's full progression. And it looks like a really good blend of like sci-fi, supernatural, cool stuff. Not too much more on it right now, but it is slated for mid-2021. Now, next to number 16, we have Evil West. This was announced at the Game Awards in 2020.
Who's behind this?
And This thing looks wild. This is another game that looks like it's kind of a callback to those early mid-2000s.
Yeah, kind of Call of Jericho.
PS3 era action
Yeah.
games. This is like some sort of over-the-top supernatural cowboy action game. The combat is said to be visceral. It's also going to be single-player or cooperative, and it's being published by Focus Home Interactive, who take on and publish very creative, very interesting games. Even if sometimes they fall short, I just appreciate what they always do. So I've got my eye on Evil West big time. Horror, cowboy, murder, action, monster.
Dope!
Really cool. Now over at number 15, we have Monster Hunter Rise. This is
definitely getting that for the
Monster Hunter
Switch.
Specifically for the Nintendo.
It's coming for PC later on though, but
where Nintendo platforms were the main place to really get that full, true Monster Hunter experience. Then, of course, Monster Hunter World changed everything, of course, and was amazing on all platforms. But Monster Hunter Rise really looks like a return to that classic form, but taking some of the newer creative things from World, if that makes sense. Maybe I'm contradicting.
Yo, that's gonna be
myself
selling like crazy over
here.
Japan.
And it's releasing apparently March 26th, 2020.
That's gonna be dope.
Now, next at number 14, we have Century: Age of Ashes. This is a PvP, PvE dragon aerial dog.
Yes, man. I saw the trailer for this the other day. I'm like, holy crap!
And that's honestly pretty awesome. They've been working.
Oh, Lear! Remember that game, that PS3 game called Lear?
Talked about it on the channel before. We do think it's pretty interesting, and it's going to be a PC game that you
kind of remind me of Lear, man. If you guys back in the day, PS3 exclusive,
now,
that was
number
flop.
13, we have the Callisto Protocol. This thing looks insane. This was teased.
Yes,
at
this
the
looks
Game Awards
insane
with
too.
A cinematic trailer, a dude in jail in space jail, and of course a big gross monster tries to kill him.
Yeah, this is like
This is very much, and they're not messing around. This is a spiritual
Dead Space.
successor to Dead Space.
Yeah.
Many of the people behind this game, including the lead, actually from Visceral Games, from the Dead Space days. So we're really excited.
Who's publishing this?
But
Please
it is,
don't be
of course,
here.
its own new game, its own new thing, its own new story, and it takes place actually in the PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds universe, which is very weird. Why would they do
That's
that?
crazy.
Why would it be its own thing? Maybe it's marketing. Maybe it'll be interesting. I don't know. But the actual game itself is going to be a survival horror game, and we still don't get enough of those now. So we're really, really pumped for this one. Seriously. This is releasing in 2022, though. Now, next down at number 12, we have Season. This is an exploration.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
With a really,
This is
really
beautiful.
cool, very distinctive art style that made a big splash.
This
It was
is beautiful.
announced at the Game Awards. This is going to be a PlayStation 5 title on
Yes.
PC as well, focused around discovering
This is
past
beautiful, man.
cultures. It's got a little bit of Studio Ghibli vibes, but also its own thing, of course. And from music to visuals to color to hopefully gameplay, this could be a really satisfying experience. But we don't know yet. This one is still just slated as TBA. Now, next at number 11, it's much to the surprise of us, announced at the Game Awards, Evil Dead, the game, is a
Evil Dead, the
It's
game.
from Saber Interactive and Boss Team, and it is a co-op and PvP
Yeah.
style game focused around
Come for
raw
everything.
gameplay. There's skill tree and progression.
Wait, Evil Dead, was that a movie?
Multiple maps, characters, and weapons where you kill a bunch of stuff. Bruce Campbell is actually Ash, like he's in the game, so we're excited to see that. He's of course no stranger to video games, but we're really hoping they can take this one far because there's always so much potential with Evil Dead, and we haven't had like a cool Evil Dead video game in a very long time, so we welcome this one with open arms. Number 10, we have Ark 2. This is the next Ark game, and Vin Diesel's in it. Yes, you saw that teaser trailer announced not too
Hold
long
up.
ago, the cinematic trailer with Vin Diesel himself in the game.
Yes,
Like I said, a very
Ark 2 is dope.
long-lasting and very interesting.
The first Ark was
embraced
Ark.
by a lot of people. A massive
Ark's
community. Really excited to
survival
see
is
what
is
they can
also
do with, like,
pretty
a
cool
next
too.
generation Ark game. An Ark game that like pushes the game into the future. What else can they do? Can they break new ground? I'm really excited to see. Apparently Vin Diesel himself is actually working on
Yeah,
this
he's like one of the
game,
directors or something like that.
which is wild, but not really. He does have a pass in video game development, but I digress. Ark 2 is probably something we're going to be talking about a lot. But next over at number 9, we have Stalker 2. This kind
Yes,
of
man,
surge
this
kind
is
of
the game.
revived itself in 2020 as a thing that's actually still happening. We got a glimpse of in-engine gameplay recently. It looks very pretty. It's
pretty
mostly
cool.
just kind of like panning around environments, but still pretty much what you would expect from a Stalker game. The original, of course, was an absolutely revolutionary PC game. It's like the PC gamer's game, and I'm really excited to see what they could do here with this one. We don't have a lot of information on it yet, but this one has been in development, or at least in the works in some way, for a very long time,
Damn.
so we're pumped. Next, over at number 8, we have Avowed, also announced in 2020. This is a new Obsidian RPG for Xbox and PC. Yes, remember when Microsoft and Xbox bought Obsidian to make some games for them? This is the big one. This is Avowed, and it seems like it's sort of like a fantasy...
Yeah, I didn't even know Microsoft
Game of
bought
Thrones
Obsidian,
type of
bro.
thing.
Microsoft
All we
bought
have is a very,
everything.
very brief teaser trailer. You've probably seen it 1,000
Yeah.
times by now. Seems like there's magic. Seems like there's swords and bows and arrows. And if you ask me, those things belong in RPGs. So that's what we got, and we're looking forward to it. Now next over at number 7 we have the sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn. It's
This is
Horizon
dope.
Forbidden West. This thing looks absolutely gorgeous.
It's gonna be a gorgeous game, man.
It looks like Aloy is taking on new creatures, new environments, and this thing is probably gonna really flex the PlayStation 5's muscles.
Yeah.
Gorilla makes some damn good games.
I want a kill zone though, I ain't gonna lie.
Where they take her story next, and really how much further they can develop this new and interesting world they created. There's some sort of corruption going on, and of course I bet Aloy is the one to stop
pollution.
it. My only hope is that we just don't have to wait too long for this one, you know? Anyway, moving on at number 6,
Bro,
we
he's
have
in
Far
it
Cry
too.
6. This, as you know, was announced in 2020, and it stars Giancarlo Esposito himself. Yes, Moff Gideon, Gustavo Fring, insert bad guy. He's the
He's
bad
the
guy.
bad. Yo, he's the best bad guy of all
It's got a
time.
bit of a revolution theme with you fighting back, and apparently it is going to have one of the biggest city environments that a Far Cry game has ever had, so I'm really curious to see how that can change the dynamic, because I was hoping Far Cry 5 would feel wildly different than previous games, and it didn't quite, so maybe Far Cry 6 is going to be the one to really push the Far Cry series into a completely new level, kind of like how Far Cry 3 did. We shall see though. It seems pretty cool. It has been delayed a few times since it was initially announced, but we're excited to see what
Hopefully
it
it comes out
Next
soon.
at number 5, announced at the end of 2020, Perfect Dark. The new Perfect Dark game is coming for PC and Xbox eventually.
Yeah, this trailer was
New
off
studio
the
that was
chain.
called
Ain't gonna lie,
Fire
this trailer was
Xbox to
off the
make this
chain,
game.
man.
We got a teaser with Joanna Dark. That's about it. That's all we really know. I know Rare isn't working on it, and that's kind of a bummer, but you could really do anything with a Perfect Dark series at this point, so who knows what's going to happen with this one. I think the potential is high, though, so you should keep an eye on it.
I like the world so
Over
far,
number
man. I like
4, we have
those
Hogwarts
futuristic
Legacy.
buildings.
Now, this game was leaked a long time ago, but it was finally officially announced during a PS5 event in 2020, and it's an action RPG adventure set in the late 1800s with you being a student of Hogwarts.
Yeah, this is coming to
You can
everything but the
classes, you can
Switch, bro.
potions,
This
you can learn,
is
you
just a
develop
big
your
missed
character,
opportunity
go to the Forbidden Forest,
for it not to come
go
to the Switch, in my
Hogsmeade.
opinion.
Of course, this is all with a character that you create, you build up. Apparently, there's also a morality system, which I'm very curious to see in action. I'm also just curious to see how they can expand the world of Harry Potter, because the Fantastic
Damn!
Beasts are kind of whatever, but there's so much more potential for cool creatures and cool villains and stuff like that, so we're excited. Judging by the leaks, this one's been in the works for a long time too, so maybe we'll see it in 2021. Now down to number 3, we have the new Mass Effect game. This was announced, and BioWare is officially working on it, while also apparently working on Dragon Age, while also apparently working on fixing Anthem still. We don't know much.
I think
but
Anthem
this
is
Game
done.
Awards announcement was pretty cool. It seems like it might take place after Mass Effect 3, but there's still a lot of speculation out there, so we're not going to say anything definitively. Still, we're willing to give Mass Effect more shots because it is just such a cool sci-fi.
Yes, it's a great franchise, man, but
Mass
BioWare has
Effect
been,
wasn't so highly received, but still the potential is always going to be there because Mass Effect, the original trilogy, was incredible. We're really excited to see what this one brings to the table, especially with like the next generation of gaming. But down number 2, we have Resident Evil 8 or Resident Evil Village or whatever. This was announced at a PlayStation 5 stream, and it looks damn incredible. It is a direct follow-up to Resident Evil 7, but seemingly introducing a lot more Chris Redfield into the story, which is all I wanted as an old-school Resident Evil fan. I want that weird stuff to come back, and it seems like we're getting weird stuff here with a Resident Evil 4 vibe, with like centered around a village, spooky castle, crazy townspeople, and of course, werewolves. Resident Evil werewolves. I think that's all you needed to hear. This is the second time I've referenced werewolves in this video. I don't know. But down to number 1, of course, you know we were going to say it.
God of War.
Ragnarok.
That's
this
it.
is a follow-up to the smash hit God of War PS4 game that kind of presented Kratos as an old dad.
So the original creator of the game,
now we're getting a follow-up.
Jeff,
they could really do freaking anything.
something.
With this one. They teased it, of course, at the end of God of War, but even still, if we
Yeah,
do
well,
the basic
whatever. I forgot his
setup,
name, like
Sony
Jeff something.
avenues, they can
Jeff.
take it, and I would assume that Sony Santa Monica
Jeff
started
Jeff or
working
something
on
like
this
that.
As soon as they wrap
Yeah,
up
he said that
God
this is
of
gonna
War,
come
so
for
I'm
PS4
really
and
excited to see
PS5.
when this drops,
So I'm not sure.
what it's like, who the main players are, and just everything.
But it's gonna be
We're
dope.
so excited for this one. Obviously, it's number 1. It was the coolest thing announced in 2020.
Yeah.
But we got some bonus games for you. Of course, a new skate game was announced
that's
this
crazy.
year. Also, Hello Neighbor 2 is now a thing,
Yeah.
as well as Unknown 9 Awakening.
That looks dope.
Last but not least, Tachia, which looks
Yep.
kind of Wind Waker inspired. But
So that's the games, man. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Yo, shout out to Game Rank, man. Definitely go check out their channel. Go like, go subscribe to their channel, man. Very good channel when it comes to like countdown, gaming news, and all that stuff, man. I watch them all the time, man. So hope you guys enjoy that video, man. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new, and definitely subscribe, man. Really appreciate you guys. And shout out to everybody out there. Hopefully everybody's having a great day. But with that, I'm out of here. Peace.